Hi guys, welcome to Food Yard Freedom. This is our farm and you can see we've planted out as much as we can with fruit trees, anything edible. Any edible trees, herbs, this is what our intention has been and we highly recommend it. It's been an amazing journey and now to be able to enjoy the fruits, it's incredible. This is a broccoli flower, I think. This is just growing up naturally. You want to eat some of this, Bubba? Look at that. Want some of those? Want some of that? Yum, yum. Yum, yum. Yep. So we like to grow everything natural. So this is our Tahitian tree. When we first, this was one of the first style of planting we did about 10 years ago. This style, I didn't know about permaculture, and so I got the hole dug, put the tree in, and this is about 10 years old. You'll see from a lot of the permaculture stuff that's been done in the last 2 years, it's growing a lot faster. Like I used to whippersnip all these embankments and spent so much time, even along there, I'd whippersnip it. Now I let it grow so that it keeps the sun off the embankment, and that way all the moisture stays in for the tree. So it's growing really well. Now this is our food wall that I created. So it goes 240 meters around our main house. So I just used a concrete Rio. And you can see the passion fruits. I grew these passion fruits from seed, and that way we just let them grow along. And down here we've got the raspberries. These are our raspberry trees. Hey girls. So this raspberry bush was a little runner. So I got the little runner, got the roots, planted it here, and that was about 4 years ago.
These are my favourite raspberries. Yeah, my favourite.
You can see these are a native raspberry that were on the property in the bush, and we've just propagated them. The hard thing is getting them before these girls eat them all. But they're beautiful. Anything that grows prolific, it's really hearty, really good for the immune system. You can see along here we've started putting in more bananas. These are the sugar bananas. It just creates a bit more shade on the embankment. And here's the original raspberry bush we had. It's been pretty dry lately, so generally after it rains, then the raspberries come out. Another bunch of bananas coming up there. So this is our grey water. This is all the water from our kitchen and bathroom sinks. So I just sort of, you can see the water coming out. So because it's sort of dry on this side of the hill with the sun, we use all the water we can because we're off grid. This tree here, I grew this from seed as a little seedling. I'd put the seed in the pot and I'd put it down in the dam so to add the water. Planted this here probably 5 years ago, and I just said to the girls the other day, I wonder what this tree is. I can't wait for it to fruit, and you can see these beautiful flowers. Smell that. I hope it's an orange tree. We need a really good orange tree.
It is an orange tree.
It smells amazing. That's the Tahitian one, but that's...
Give me a flower so I can smell a flower.
Look at that.
It smells amazing.
Look at that beautiful flower.
Dad, I want to smell it.
Oh, these are little fruits. Man, that is epic. I'm stoked with that. That is so good. And the reason why this tree here is shaded, so this was a little permaculture patch. It was one of the sort of first ones I tried down here. I let all the weeds grow, and then I put all the bananas in, at the start of COVID, so 3 years ago. And then you can see a little avocado in there coming up. There's more Cavendish bananas. That is so good. Look at the flowers on that. That is amazing. Literally amazing. How long, everyone asks me, they're like, what tree is that? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't wait to see what it is. And now, this summer, we're going to have fruits. That's what it's all about. And just wait till we're up there, bud. And these, this is more citrus. So a lot of these citrus I grew from seed. You can see the big spikes. That was when I didn't really, it was 10 years ago. So that's 10 years old, that tree. That's not from permaculture style. So hopefully it's a nice bush lemon, really good for the immune system. And then through here I've put, there's another avocado, more sugar bananas. Just wait, bub. Beautiful grapefruit.
Daddy, these got tiny baby fruit.
Yes. This is a cherry guava.
They got little baby fruit.
Yeah, so this is a, these are the side tiers. You can see we like to sit in the daybed down there and look over the coast.
Daddy, this baby mulberry tree's got little baby mulberry.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh, look at it. Don't have it.
Another grapefruit. Amazing to see the flowers on that. Yep. Here's a little star apple. So this is more of the newer side that we've done. But yeah, it's super dry at the moment. This would be the driest it's been in 7 years here. But it's still lasting. So I've tried to do it more in the embankment up there. I've dug a trench, put all the topsoil and made it as much like a swale as I could. And that's why along the bottom of those tiers, it's grown really well. And the bananas are coming up. Got a couple of bunches in there, so yeah. So the idea, what I did along these tiers, so at the bottom of each tier, I got the excavator to dig a trench because it was really rocky, dry. So we dug the trench and then I got topsoil, real nice topsoil from up the top, and I dumped that through there to create basically like a little swale. And then I've planted it out, and this should, ideally, I want that to shade more of the next tier, and the next tier is the same, and that'll shade the next one. So you can see we've got apples in there, more bananas, another apple. These ice cream bean trees, these are growing amazing. Like I had these from like that small. That was at the start of COVID. So this one's 3 years old, just pumping. And then I've started fertilizing the trees twice a year with the chicken fertilizer. So we come along and the girls help me. We get the tractor out and we fertilize them, and yeah, it's really good. This is another ice cream bean, more banana. Oh, there's a little bunch of bananas coming up. And this is why I don't cut the bells off these ones. These sugar bananas, I just leave the bells because you can see the beautiful bee on there. I love seeing the bees. We've got about, how many hives we got? 3. We had 8 hives, and one they left. So we've got about 7 hives at the moment. I love seeing the bees on the flowers. A little jackfruit in there. Feijoa, more bananas. There's a little neem tree. So I let the grass grow up, so it just creates a bit more moisture barrier for the trees. And that's the way I was taught, and it's been working pretty well. So yeah. This was planted 7 years ago, normal style, no permaculture.
Wow, good little.
But you can see I put the carpet around there and try and keep it shielded from the sun. I've got to put a bit more organic matter around that one, but yeah, beautiful lemonade. Okay, so this tree was from Skylar's first birthday party. My friend Brad bought this. I said to everyone, I said, instead of buying presents, which, you know, the kids break and they end up throwing out, I said, buy a fruit tree, we'll plant it on the farm, and that way every time you come to visit you can enjoy the fruit. So this was a beautiful present, and the girls just got to pick some fruit from it. So here's the new gym I've just built, but along here, because it was so steep, I dug a trench, put the little food wall fence in, so we're using the concrete Rio again. And then we've got, this is a Filipino banana. So we've got 11 different types of bananas on the farm now. Little citrus. This is a native Australian mulberry. I'm looking forward to seeing the fruit on that. Cavendish banana. We've got some chilies. More calves, there's a little jackfruit, and then heaps of food. I've actually got a banana passion fruit vine growing up along the trellis. You can see it in there. So I've never had that before, so I'm excited to taste that once it's ripened. So yeah, that's our aim on the farm, is wherever we can plant fruit trees, is to plant fruit trees so that we can enjoy it with all these beautiful, beautiful people. Here's our lemonade tree, another lemonade tree. You see all the flowers. Who wants to pick this one?
Oh, can I? I already got it.
Let's go. Twist it, twist it, twist it. Thank the tree.
Thank you, tree, for the lemonade.
Hey. No, like that. Not like that,
I'm
baby.
trying to twist it.
You just gently twist it, and pull it. I always say to the girls, be gentle with the trees. So yeah, here's another little part of the farm. Down here the idea is to let all these citrus grow up. There's a green tea tree there, another lemon.
Daddy, there's a 5-1 hiding.
Oh, yummy, yummy. I've just put in a soursop tree and a jackfruit. And then down here, we've got another beehive, our traditional Langstroth hive. This hive pumps so much honey in this one.
Daddy, look at this.
Yep, and then we've got our nectarine tree over there.
It's got fruit on it.
Yep. I actually grew a whole heap of turmeric down here. Down here last summer, I grew a whole heap of turmeric just in front of the bees. I just dug that out the other day. It's beautiful.
This one's the berry, the biggest hiding way.
You can see all the fruits, nectarines. We got to put a net over this one. The bats love this spot. So we'll get the net over. We've got more bananas. At the moment, I think we've got over 30 bunches of bananas.
Daddy, can I eat this? Scar's going hurt.
Yeah, just wait till later. Wait till we chop it up later.
Oh.
This avocado tree, I grew this from seed. It's the best avo we've got on the farm. It's just growing amazing. Just, yeah, beautiful tree. Can't wait for it to fruit. Look how thick the trunk is. So you can see here, when I cut the banana trees down, after we get the bunch, I put all of the banana trunks around it, and it just puts more moisture in for the trees. Yeah, this is one of my favorite beehives. So they've made the little entrance off the side. I've closed the entrance so they don't have to guard as much of the hive, because we had to clean this hive from the beetles one year. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful little bees. You can see the dam's the lowest it's been in over 7 years. But we've got all our silver perch, so lucky they've still got, it's about that deep at the moment. But when it's right up to the top, which it usually is, it's right up to the jetty, and I get the water slide going for the kids in summer. And we pump from the dam all the way up to the top of the water slide, and then we come down and go into the water slide, into the dam, so it's awesome. Beautiful, it has. A little shepherd avo. So we planted heaps of avos a couple of years ago, and then the big rains, the floods came through and washed them out, but luckily these ones have survived. Now, these are goldfinger bananas. There's the big sugar bananas, another big bunch up there. And these are the plantain bananas, the cooking ones. One of my friends, he's Fijian, he said, have you got plantain bananas? And I hadn't heard of them. So many different bananas. Anyway, he brought me one, and he said, you cook it up. And I said, well, cook it up on the pan for us, show us how it's done. And he sliced it up and cooked it with some coconut oil, and it was amazing. So yeah, can't wait for these plantains to fruit in a couple of, probably about a year or two, I'd say. All right, let's let the chooks out. Here they come. I got one. Hey? Hey? Yeah. They're beautiful, the chooks. There you go. All right, so this is the chicken coop we built. We put chicken wire all over the top, and that way the foxes can't get in and eagles can't get in there. So, and we do a big pickup from a local community centre. We get heaps of food and throw it in here, so that way they're all happy. I'll go and get some eggs. So here's, this is where the chickens have started laying. I built some nice boxes back there, but they love this. This was an old kitchen island I had from a reno. And I've got their boxes up here filled with straw. But you can see what they've done. They've started laying in here. You can see. I've put some straw in there, and they've all started laying in this one spot. Yeah, they're funny little things. Beautiful. So every day, these eggs go in our smoothies. Love the eggs. That's what we've got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 eggs today. It's all right. when it gets a bit colder, they don't lay as much. It was getting hot and they were laying up to 13 eggs a day, and now it's dropped back down. So yesterday was 8, today is 9. So yeah, I'll have to put these. And here we go, little catch of the day. Just got the eggs. Yeah, so this is our chicken coop area. This is the chicken's domain. And up there is another little orchard we've done, tropical fruit orchard. And it's super dry at the moment. It's the driest it's been in 7 years, but everything's still surviving and still getting lots of fruit. You can see the tamarillos. And here's one of our flow hives. Beauty. Oh, look in the back. That's full of honey.
Wow. Look at all the buzzy
And
things.
see all these combs here? Let's show Fab in the back. So you can see all those combs are full of honey. And then we open it up and we get our big bucket here. And all the pipes fill the bucket up. Amazing. So here's another little part of the farm we've planted out. We've sort of done raised garden beds, used old logs on the property. Another avo I've grown from seed. Everything's super dry, but it's all doing well. What I've done here too, you can see the passion fruit trellis. It's linking up all through, so by Christmas time, this whole thing will be all covered in passion fruit vines. Yeah. More bananas. Banana bunch there's another one. There's sugar bananas, and that's a big Cavendish bunch there. And you can see the passion fruit weaving its way up and over. And yeah, it's good little pineapples. We just pulled 2 pineapples off here the other day. There's some pups. We can propagate those and plant those. Yeah. We just did our tamarillo harvest about 8 weeks ago. Had so many tamarillos. So I highly recommend it, guys. As soon as you start planting, you get to enjoy it faster. Oh, look at that. Let me crack them open. Beautiful. So sweet. I use one side like a spoon, and then whenever I'm working on the farm in the garden, I always do this and eat as much fruit as you're going along. Amazing. Thank you, beautiful trees. So here we've got another beehive. This one we actually captured a swarm, so we created this one from scratch. There was a swarm of bees on a tree, and we had our bottom box, and yeah, amazing. Really cool. Then up here, this is another orchard. You can see the passion fruit starting to climb all the way across the concrete rio. Over in here we've got some tomatoes. So these, we had a whole heap of old tomatoes and we chucked them out and they've started growing. So we've just started trellising them up. In here, oh, the wind's got this. So I had that timber. I had the timber holding the trunk up, but the wind the other day must have blown it out of the way and snapped it. But these are our blue Java bananas. So yeah, they're not really ready yet. It's a bit of a shame, but I'll cut those off and put them in the ripening room. And see more, all these tamarillos, these are grown from seed. So by in about 6 months, should be a nice canopy growing through here. We've got more bananas. These are our Cavendish. Beautiful calves. I'll take the bells off the calves because it works better. Whereas the sugar bananas, I generally leave the bells on for the bees. There's a chook. Hey chook. We've got more here. Yeah. More tamarillos, all from seed. There's a lau lau. Oh, there's some little tamarillos, not ready yet. One's starting to fruit. Want a pink star apple, there's more bananas. There's the little star fruits. Along the top we had all avocados, and then the big floods just wet them all too much. There's another lau lau. So this land just went like that, and we've just cut the tiers down and started planting it out. This was probably only about a year ago doing this bit. Yeah, there's a pomelo, a little pomegranate, another lau lau. So in a couple of years, these pomelos will be nice and big. So you can see here, these are our pear trees. Another bunch of bananas, they're sugar bananas, another pear. There's a raspberry, one of our natives' raspberry bushes growing up. I'll try and link those over to the food wall. You see more passion fruit, another pear, more sugar bananas, another bunch of bananas there. So what I do, you can see the weight of that bunch of bananas if I don't prop this up. So I actually got given these. There was a building site and they were throwing these out, so I kept these, and that way they just prop it up, otherwise it'll snap. So there's a sugar banana bunch. And then over here, these are Atherton raspberries. You can see some raspberries coming up, little raspberries. Oh, amazing. There's some more. You can see there. Good thing about raspberries, they're so prolific, they just spread. And my girls love eating these, so I highly recommend if you love raspberries, get these ones growing. We've got 2 types of raspberries now on the farm. You can see. It's one of my favourite things to do, is come and pick and eat the fruits. That one. There's some more. Amazing. Sort of like when you think you've got them all and you look from a different angle and there's more. That's what it's all about. Fresh organic food from your yard. Another bunch of bananas. That's a big bunch up in there. So this was full permaculture style. So I did a big swale in behind and then mounded it up with the dirt, and these bananas, permaculture style, have just pumped. We've got a longan tree in the back, there's an avocado. So yeah, it's all coming along. So here's some more little swales we've done coming down towards the dam. So we've got more sugar bananas. We've got some grapefruits we've put in here. Grapefruits, and then delicious mulberries, just dripping. So we've tied the mulberry tree down. I've tied the mulberry tree down so that my daughters can come in here and pick all the mulberries off. Absolutely pumping. We love mulberries. Ooh. There's a jackfruit tree. There's a jackfruit tree. Down there we've got a moringa and another moringa. Moringas are an amazing tree. Actually, we'll quickly show this one too. I wish I had have known about moringas 10 years ago. These are amazing. If you do a bit of research on the moringa tree, incredible health benefits. So we take off, like 2 of these. Bless me. And then I'd put those straight in my smoothies raw. Amazing, it's got all your amino acids, heaps of nutrients, vitamins. I'll put those in my pocket for a smoothie. So we're back to the food wall. So this is the food wall I created straight away to keep our guard dogs in. Yeah, so we generally have passion fruit running all along here, and then we have some grapes, and then it comes down to our raspberries. And in along here we've got pomegranates, which are starting to come away. Mulberries, custard apple, and we're back to our raspberry tree. So what I've done with this raspberries is I try and weave them back to over here. And yeah. So we started planting this out when my oldest daughter was 2 years old, so about 5 years ago, and now just pumps full of raspberries, and the girls come down and we'll pick them every afternoon. We go for a nice walk on the farm and it's beautiful. Okay, so we call this our kitchen smoothie garden. This has been amazing. So what we did is we planted our passion fruit vine here, and it's just weaved its way right up and over, just to give it a bit of shade from the midday summer heat. But it's growing so fast. And we've also got tomatoes, like cherry tomatoes, you can see, that have weaved their way up through. A lot of these we've grown from seed. And then in here, we've got all our parsley and spinach. We put all these in our smoothies. And this is Aboriginal thyme. Beautiful. And we've got sage. We're due to plant that out with some more. We've got basil and lots of things to go in there. There's little strawberries and more tomatoes. And so yeah, I highly recommend a little kitchen garden. We've got other gardens, but they weren't close to the house. So I put this one here for my girls, and we've planted it out, and they come out here every day. You'll see the girls in here picking the passion fruits. Yeah, they love it. So yeah, highly recommend the kitchen garden close to the house. So this is the girls' new little cubby house we've done. So we've tied the mulberry trees branches over the top, and you can see so many mulberries. There's Sky. The girls love it. They come up and climb up in the tree and get all the fruit. You can see all the mulberries here. And this was from a cutting. This mulberry tree. So I always say plant what you're gonna eat. We love mulberries, we love bananas. So we've planted heaps of those on the farm, and we've planted the odd citrus because we don't eat too much citrus. So yeah, it's just beautiful. We just put this together the other day. Oh. So here we are, we've got some of the produce from the farm. So these are our Cavendish. These are my favourite. I love Cavendish bananas. Nice and plump. And these are the sugar bananas. These grow really fast, so we've got heaps of those. So when we get the Cavendish, that's always a good treat because we eat so many bananas. We've got some custard apples. They were from a friend's farm, and some avocados. So yeah. Food yard freedom, this is what it's all about. Okay guys, so if you've got a farm and you're doing really well, or you're growing all these foods and vegetables in your yard, you know, join the community, post what you're doing, would love to hear from you. And if you've got any questions about like farming or permaculture, or basically even just how to start a vegetable garden, you can write comments and we'll help you out. We've also put together our top 10 things that we've learnt about living off grid and being self-sufficient. So you can grab the ebook for free. It's got heaps of tips. I wish I had have had that when we started. It would have saved a lot of hard work. So yeah, jump on board and we'll talk to you soon.